As you can see that Biden has proposed already that Americans would definitely leave Afghanistan, American forces, but he has postponed for the time being the final date from May 1st to September 11th. So Biden administration has made its move, and let us now we have to see that how Taliban's would react to it. And as a student of diplomacy, we do know that we do have some understanding that definitely before formally making any such offer, a certain back channel diplomacy would have been active there, and Taliban's would have been already approached, or they would have been apprised of that this is something which would be offered to them. And if you just try to analyze the situation from the perspective of Taliban's also, I think they would not like the deal to broke. This is neither in the interest of America nor in the interest of Taliban's, because for the first time in the recent history, Taliban's are getting what you can say formal acknowledgement in spite of everything. When they got the chance to deal with, to negotiate with the official delegates of from various countries, this is a form of what we can say de facto acknowledgement of their position, of their hold over Afghanistan, and this is something which they were aspiring for last many decades, and finally they have got it. This is something very dear to them, if you can understand what I want to convey. And on one hand, so I think that Taliban would not like to break the deal on this thing, that this has been delayed in spite of their so much emphasis was there on my first deadline. But in the situation of postponing the departure, final departure of American forces from Afghanistan, what has been actually negotiated, that is what we must try to find out. Definitely certain allowances would have been given to the Taliban's, and Taliban's would have accepted that postponement only in the situation of, only on the condition of certain allowances to be given to them. That we must try to understand, and for that I am trying to I just want to convey that keep your eyes open and try to find out what are those allowances. And if you get any scoop in any news item or any report, if I got hold of any such thing, definitely I would share with you. But it would be much appreciable if you people can surprise me, and before me you can share such information with me. Then I would, it would really make me happy. And the third thing, third angle, which is equally important, that is definitely the political elite in Kabul. They are obviously as a official seat of, as formal seat of governance in Afghanistan. That is quite important element as far as this situation is concerned. And definitely we must understand that, like any political leader, definitely, Ashraf Ghani would like to save his presidentship, and he would try. For that, he would try to prolong this crisis. He would try to get some type of assurance from the foreign investors or donors or other supportive countries, that there must be some type of electoral process, or power must be transferred to certain elected representative, and this type of proposition is directly in favor of the present political elite, and they would try to propose such thing the way they are proposing even now. Please understand it. But at the same time, definitely there is a fair set of reservation with respect to the sharing of power with the Taliban. That is something which is not as easily acceptable to these people. And at the, on the other hand, which is very important thing, which you can easily get some feelings, some messages are there in the way negotiations are being conducted by the way the United Front is presented by the Taliban leadership, and on the other hand, there are different voices that are arising from the political elite in Kabul. That thing is also which you must keep your eyes on, because this is very disturbing but very interesting fact that on one hand you find that as far as intra-Afghan talks are concerned, that Talibans are united and there is a cohesive front that is being presented by the Talibans, but the political elite in Kabul, they are quite fractured, and this fractured political will in of political elite in Kabul, this can have far-reaching impact on the final resolution. This may lead to unnecessary stalemate, and there may be less of flexibility. That type of things might be witnessed on their part, and how this is going to impact the overall peace process, that is there to watch. And definitely if all three elements they show enough flexibility, certain long standing desire for peace would be fulfilled as far as Afghanistan is concerned. But let us not forget the angle of Pakistan, that though that is not in your syllabus, but that is very crucial for any ensured, or what we can say, established peace in Afghanistan. It is very essential that Pakistan angle must be taken account into. And this is the reason that Americans are giving due acknowledgement to Pakistan in spite of all other things. And definitely all other foreign element, be it Turkmenistan or Tajikistan or even Turkey or Saudi Arabia or Qatar, all these various Islamic countries, they have a strong hold. They have a uh, important role to play as far as this peace process is concerned. And let us not forget, last but not least, there is a Russia. And though not much is being said about them, but don't forget that final breakthrough in the recent time had been only in during the Moscow round of talk in the last week of March 2021, and they could bring all the negotiating party to table again, and they could ensure that there must be that the peace talk must be carried to the next level. So that definitely Russia has also taken into account, and all these various stakeholders, how much flexibility they show and how much willingness they show for ensuring that there must be such peace in Afghanistan, which in the words of Indian government is Afghan led and Afghan negotiated, and because only that is the surety for long term peace in Afghanistan. That is we must understand. And so all these various angles have to be taken into consideration, and otherwise it is not very difficult. It is quite simple topic, and you just have to focus on all the major component parts and what role they are playing. And definitely you have to put all the right pieces into the right place, and then you can solve this puzzle of Afghanistan. Nothing very difficult about it. So all the best to you. Much.